Hi friends, and welcome back to Yugen Yoga 2's Yoga Fundamentals. And today we're going to be doing a few poses on our mat. So we're going to start with our seated forward fold. So we already did a standing forward fold, so now we're going to take it down to the mat. So I'm going to put my blanket here. I am a natural sloucher. So when I sit naturally, the shoulders round forward and I kind of slump. Played too much Nintendo as a kid, it happens. Not a big deal. So when you put the blanket underneath you, that little inch under your hips is going to help you to sit up a little bit straighter. So I always like to do that, especially in the beginning when we're still working on our posture. I don't know, I've been doing yoga a long time and I'm still working on my posture. So we're going to use the blanket. We're also going to utilize a strap. I'm going to use a dog leash today because why not? And we're going to hook the strap around the balls of the feet. Okay? So again, just like with the standing forward folds, usually the cue is inhale up and exhale forward. And then this is what I see. And not only does this not look awesome, it does not feel great, okay? So we want your back to be happy. So we're gonna pull the belly in, sit up tall, and pull the shoulders back, okay? We're gonna hold on to the strap, and we are gonna inhale to lengthen. So you're gonna sit up nice and tall, keep a gentle bend in the knees and flex the feet. Okay? And then we're going to sit up super tall. And then on the exhale, you're going to pull on the strap using those super buff arm muscles that you have, or you will have if you keep doing this yoga. So we're going to use our arm strength to pull forward. So again, we're not reaching for the feet. We're thinking belly to thigh. So you're not going to go as far here, but this is much closer to the alignment we're looking for with that flat back, the strong legs, everything is supported. So of course, if you were just to reach up and come forward, you go a lot further, but long term, this is what's going to go a lot further. So this is how we practice our folds. And if you don't have a strap, you can just hold on to the sides of your mat or your little legs here or the thighs, whatever you can grab onto. So let's try a couple of those. We're going to inhale to sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, pull forward. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, pull it forward. One more time. Inhale, we're going to sit up tall. And exhale, pull forward. Really digging those heels into the mat. Bending the knees as needed, and reaching forward chest first. So again, instead of thinking nose to toes, think belly to thigh and chest reaching forward. Awesome job. And then inhale, come up. We're going to take our strap to the side and we're going to come into a bridge pose. So for our bridge pose, we're going to come flat down to the mat. I'm going to scoot my blanket out of the way here. And we're going to plant the feet on the floor. So this is called constructive rest. Sometimes it's called low bridge. You want to reach down with your fingertips like you could almost touch your heels. And one of the main things here is you want to keep your hips, your knees, and your feet all in one line. So a lot of times in bridge pose, people will be coming out to a butterfly pose, or they'll have their legs and their ankles together. No, just like our earlier poses, you want the feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart, all nice and aligned. We're going to bring the hands to the sides. So just take a minute here, feel your feet on the mat, feel your hands on the mat, feel the back of your head on the mat. So feel all those points of contact. And then instead of just thrusting the hips up toward the ceiling, we're going to tilt the tailbone up and then gently press into the hands, feet, and the back of the head to start to lift the hips up. So don't worry if you're not lifting the hips as high as I am. It's not a big deal, okay? So you want to squeeze into the glutes and reach the hips up toward the ceiling. And then you want to bring the chest toward the chin and then the chin toward the sky. So make sure if I put a little orange right here, it's not going to be orange juice. You want to protect that neck. And then exhale, slowly lower. Just don't slam that butt back down on the mat. Another good way to check your alignment in bridge pose is to grab a block. So I'm gonna grab my block here and I'm gonna put it between my thighs. So we're gonna do that again. Inhale, tilt, lift, squeeze it up. So this is a really good way to make sure that you have that lineup, like I said, with the hips, the knees, and the feet, and that you're engaging properly. So you really want to squeeze that block. And then exhale, come down. So when you do bridge poses in the future, or say you don't have a block, you want to train your little legs to be in that alignment all the time. So let's do one more bridge, with or without the block, whichever you choose. Tilt that pelvis up, start to press into the heels, and then gently squeeze into the glutes. And you want to keep your belly in. So again, it's not this. This is not what we want, okay? You want to feel supported in one line, pressing into those hands. Breathing steadily and calmly. And then exhale, go ahead and roll it back down. And then we roll off to the side and use our hands to press ourselves back up. And we're gonna go into the next pose. So our next pose is a twist. And I love twists. They're really good for your spine, for your digestion. And I love this pose, especially in the morning, because sometimes I get a good back crack out of it. Doesn't everybody love that? So I'll start on the left side. You'll extend the right leg long and then bring the left knee into the chest. So holding on around the shin, you can also hold on around the calf or the thigh, whatever you can grab onto. And then we're going to extend the left arm out to the side. So that's going to act as a counterbalance as you use this right hand to guide the left knee across the body toward the right. Now the trick here is you want to keep your upper body flat on the mat. So if you do one of these and you roll over, then that's not what we're looking for, okay? We don't want to roll totally over. We want to keep the twist below the waist. So planting that left shoulder down, reaching that left arm out. For stability, we take the knee over for our twist. Couple breaths here. Nice job. And then slowly we unwind. Remember, take those transitions nice and slow. Don't just throw your body around. It's the only one you got. And then we'll switch sides. So we'll bring that right knee in, holding onto that leg, extending the left leg long. And then we're gonna reach the right arm out to the side. If you don't have enough room, you can make a little saguaro, little cactus arm here, just to do that counterbalance. And then we're gonna take the left hand to the right knee. That's actually the hardest part in yoga, is remembering your rights from lefts. So if you master that, you're way ahead of the game. And then we're gonna take that right knee toward the left, keeping that right shoulder on the mat. If it pops up a little bit, the yoga police aren't gonna raid your house and beat you up. Remember, this is your no stress zone. Nice big breaths into the belly. And then just roll back to center. And then we'll just bring both knees into the chest to release that. Little rock side to side. Call this my poor man's back massage. You can make little circles. Feels real good on the low back. And then coming back up to sit. Great job. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. You learned 3 more poses today to add on to our videos that we've already done. If you haven't checked out the earlier videos in this series, one does build on the other, so make sure you start at the beginning. And for now, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.